the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Tootin. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The play action fake. He's going to let it go. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Dances away to buy time. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokie. First touchdown of the game in Lane Stadium, and take my hand, the Hokies want to go to Never Never Land.
That is perfect. That's the way you start a ball game. Get the crowd rolling at home, especially these fans. Virginia Tech has some of the best fans in the country.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Virginia Tech 7, Alabama 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The give from the gun. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's there to make the stop.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Milroe. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. So a drive there of 84 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level.
And that pass picked off. Bringing it back. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he did the pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Fair catch called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air, it's throws. Pocket starts to collapse. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. He wants to take the top off. Brings it in down the left side. The expressway is wide open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Well, as a defense, you know you're going to see the go route, especially against this guy. He does it to defenses.
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Boy, they want to get this back right now, lining up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Looking to throw on second down. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And with the extra point, it's 21-13. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Drones. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. On second down, wants to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
He'll come out throwing on first down. On the run, still looking. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
After misfiring, it's second down. Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense set for a first down play. Got the quick completion. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. They want to just keep throwing it. Got it in the middle. It's grinding stool. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Defense in press coverage. On 4th down, looking for the completion. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. And we're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys, and there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Now he's looking to throw it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown Tide. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. He looks that one in nicely. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Comes out throwing on first down. Caught on the outside, it's Williams. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. He's going to pass on second down. Pass on the way, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The give is to Miller. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Makes the quick grab. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. So after the first down run, here's second down. The RPO, it's complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Clemson is quick to the line.
Good enough for first down.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Another first down.
Reads it, fires complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job being the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41.
Longer, timber. Green 25.
Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him this time. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. He can just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right
now. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He saw just enough daylight to move the sticks and get it done with his legs.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the first. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Trying to get to it. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, the running back has it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Alabama quickly back to the line. Handoff from the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Fighting off the defender. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Unlike the old school thinking, this is the area of the field that is really 4-down territory now.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Alabama 14,
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking to move it through the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
it leads to second down.
Second and 10 after the previous play. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Buying some time. He'll throw it. He's got his man. Off he goes. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
To the ground with the back.
this offense. They have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control. And you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice football.
Quick release by the QB. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
To throw, it's Klubnik. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Open space at the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quickly complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. He's got it on the right. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Wide out in motion. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He's going to pass. That's caught. It's Miller. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Pickup of 2. Second down coming up. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 21, Clemson 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Milroe. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Williams. And turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The corners are walked up tight. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. Off the RPO, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that clock is ticking. That clock is ticking big time. I want to take shots down the field. I want to save my timeouts, and I want to try to get out of bounds here with the clock ticking down and us trailing by a score.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. fires toward the end zone.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Out of the gun to give to the back. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
1st and 10 from their own 13. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. On the run, it's Haynes. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get them on the ground quickly.
It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.